$500 million of money came from Les Wexner, who's a wealthy guy who owns or owned, I don't know what he's doing now, Victoria's Secret, big donator to the state of Israel. And $500 million was transferred to Epstein along with power of attorney to use it and invest it in the ways he saw fit. Quite an unusual, I'm mildly wealthy, but I'm not sending you $500 million, I'll tell you that. The idea that you're doing this is itself extraordinary, but it was probably the funding mechanism for this construct. While it's a real name, Jeffrey Epstein, and he has a real birth certificate and grew up in a real way, the picture that is presented to the world is not authentic. It is not accurate to who he was. And the more you dig into this story, which of course people are doing so much now because of these 3 million documents so far, and videos, by the way, and photographs, there's a lot of material there. It's very interesting to people right now, and more to be learned. But what was actually going on? Why in the world would anybody say, well, there are national security implications to some of this content? That's why some things are redacted. What would that be? Why would the prosecutor who prosecuted him in Florida and provided one of the most unusual plea bargain deals in world history, and certainly unique in American history, which is, imagine I'm a U.S. attorney, I've got you on some crime, and you say, okay, I'm going to plead guilty, I'm going to serve my time, but please let my accountant go, and please don't prosecute my wife, because all she did was deliver the stuff, and she wasn't involved in anything. And so those are called unindicted co-conspirators. So I make a deal with you, and I say, okay, you go to jail for the 8 months, and we will leave the unindicted co-conspirators unindicted. We won't prosecute your wife, your son, your accountant, or what have you. That's a very normal process. It's a bargaining process, basically. However, in the Epstein case, the U.S. attorney gave him a deal that said that we would not prosecute unnamed co-conspirators. Holy shit, who's that? Who's unnamed co-conspirators? Unnamed co-conspirators could be 50 people. It could be 75 people. The guy who gave that sweetheart deal became the Secretary of Labor. He was at that time the U.S. Attorney for Florida. He was asked, why did you give that sweetheart deal? Because the deal's ridiculous. Unnamed co-conspirators will be exempt from prosecution. And he said, I was told he belonged to intelligence. And then he had to resign because of this. There was a lot going on with Epstein.